kind of team. Look, we understand that the danger that Jasso shows, but this is the kind of team that has proven this entire tournament. We've seen it. You don't want to crack the door for them offensively. Maddie commits to a rise ball, and the slapper right through it. 0-1 the count on Maddie. Oak Mountain High School in Birmingham, Alabama. Dad is Steve, mom is Brandy. And she wanted to let all of us know that she's got a brother Jacob who's 14 years old. So he's right there at that same age. Makes me wonder if he's a twin brother at 14 years old. But he's 6'3" already. She wanted to let us know that. Maddie was pointing out. And younger sister's a great softball player, Tennessee Fury. She's an 04, Sarah. 7 hits for Maddie and a walk in this national championship. And she's one, if she reaches, will change the game with her speed. She can fly.
And she looks like she's just trying to put the ball in play. You see her going just to contact. That's what she's trying to do on the pitch as well. Not following through, just taking the barrel straight to the ball. But on these rise balls, it almost looks like she's taking the barrel down to where it's starting, and then that ball's rising up. So you have to anticipate where that ball's going to rise to, keep your barrel high.
Out towards short, the play out front, the tag, holding on at third base. Good decision by Pahulu, getting it over to Lopez. You get the lead runner. That really was their only option, because Katona put it exactly where she wanted it to.
Yeah, and I think the better option would have probably have been for Bayer at second base to fake going or draw a throw or do something to allow Katona to get over to first base, because she does have that speed, but instead risked going over there, and it was still a fairly close play, but with 1 out, you want to stay on with 2 runners on base. Momentum and go right at that next hitter.
I think that's a challenging time on occasion for pitchers, and we're in another one, 2 outs. Times when you may have a tiny bit of a letdown psychologically. It doesn't happen all the time, doesn't happen much, but it's a time when occasionally the opposing team can jump quickly. But you hope if you're in that circle, if you're on that mound, if you're playing the other diamond sport, that, as you said, it's momentum. You kind of step into a zone where it's you, your catcher, just kind of you two doing your thing. And I don't think we're getting ahead of ourselves to say that that kind of focus, that relationship starts to really flower at 14U. You coach a lot of young players this age.
Yeah, well, you really have to step your game up. I think that that's a huge dividing line between the really mature and elite 14-year-olds and the ones that are still developing, is being able to rise to the occasion and compete in the toughest challenges. And not only that, but when you fail, how quickly you can recover and come right back. Stop the bleeding, as we like to say. If a runner gets on base, you want to stop the bleeding, stop that momentum as quick as possible before it gets out of control.
3-0 the count to Maddie Katona. Maddie reached on a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Maddie takes strike 1, 3 balls and 1 strike the count. She loved Chandler Dare, the senior at the University of Alabama. Loves watching her, inspired by her work in the classroom, athletically. Loves how she works. That's her inspiration as a softball player. She prides herself in being a good teammate. Teammates are welcome at this national championship, because it's a long, hard week of surviving if you're going to get to this point. 3-2 the count. Dad Steve played college baseball. Mom Brandy, a cheerleading state champion at Excel High School in Alabama. These Bolts have been mainstays at all age groups out here. Purple and gold have been everywhere. That's high, that's ball 4, and maybe it's a little bit of a 2-out letdown, and Katona takes advantage of it. Into the box today, Maddie plays center field, but she can play anywhere. She's been on a couple of times as the center fielder, as she takes high. Player that has seen time for this team. Shortstop, second base, third base, all three outfield positions. She's taken two pretty tantalizing pitches, 2-0 the count. Choked up just a little bit on that bat. And on 2-0, that's a rocket shot. She's on the move. How far will she go? Easily into second plate, nicely holding on to it is Tatum Hayes. And Maddie Katona is on for the third time. Fielder's choice walk and now a double.
Maddie's got some speed out there on the base paths too. That didn't even get by Hayes in right field, and she almost was able to turn that into a triple. But you know, with the score where it's at, 2 outs, you want to stay on second base, even you let your teammate hit you in.
Rachel Baker